I am back, and I have had one hell of a start to 2024. But in today's video, I want to share with you guys powerful things around the power of the feminine when it comes to manifesting. If you are new to me, I'm the spiritual nutritionist. I want to also speak into different things that you're going to do to elevate your health and nutrition and how to tune in and tap into the intuitive guidance that lives within you. I call it inner sourcing instead of outer sourcing. So let's get into today's video. Like I said, if you are new to me, I am the spiritual nutritionist. We talk about everything here about elevating your experience, aging backwards, connecting into your intuition. I am a master hypnotherapist and a world-renowned intuitive, and as I said, a nutritionist. And let's just live our best life, thriving in life, in a body that we love, and going higher together. So let's do this. All right. Number one, first and foremost, I know those that subscribe to my channel and are here. I lost my mother right before Christmas. So it has been it was a challenging time, but there's a lot that I learned. And one of the things that I was speaking into my group today, we have an academy, a membership here on YouTube, or of whatever, you can be a part of it on YouTube is what I mean. And many of our YouTube ladies are in this community. And one of the things that I was speaking into is the power of the feminine. And one of the things that I have really experienced and learned as I looked back at 2024 that I want to impart on you, some of the biggest lessons that I had were around relationships, family dynamics, and having boundaries. A few things that I saw that's quintessential among women. I've been coaching in self-development and transformation, and in regards to weight loss, body health, not dieting or anything of that nature, but then moving into mindset, reprogramming the mind and transformation for almost 20 years now. And what I can tell you over and over again is that there's this connotation that being in your feminine means you're weak, that being in your feminine means that somehow you are in this flow state of just like whatever and not really taking action and you're just manifesting. And that's actually not what it is. Yes, it's very beautiful to have that magnetism. Absolutely. But the magnetism comes with taking action. But let's get outside of that and let's actually talk about how to speak up for the things that you desire in your life, how to actually speak into existence for the things that you want to call in and cultivate. Because it's really, really simple to sit here and say the rise of the feminine and the feminine collective and to be in your feminine energy and just whatever. But the truth is, being in your feminine energy means having the power to discern what you want and what you don't want. Having the ability to say no and to not feel like you need to explain yourself, just like having the ability to say yes and to feel like you don't have to explain yourself. Telling somebody what you want without asking their permission. Wearing what you want without asking anybody's permission. Without letting society or culture, your age or anything dictate anything. And most of all, no longer people pleasing. And really understanding that being in your feminine, it means that you receive money, you receive compliments, you receive support, you receive help. You don't cut off your supply. And what many women do is they get a compliment and they go, oh my God, no, you are, no. Or it's a cup of coffee and it's like, let me Venmo, I'm gonna Venmo you. And it's like, it was $5, calm it down. Receive the coffee. And what that does is it actually blocks your ability to receive more money. It's actually you saying that I'm not worthy and deserving. And when we sit and do this whole, I'm so strong, I can do it all on my own. I'm going to lift my suitcase. I don't need anybody to help me. I don't need this. You're sending a message that you no longer need support. And there's a gift that others receive in taking care of you just as much as you love to take care of others. So being in our feminine is really a powerful thing. And I would love to change the conversation around it being this like floaty, like I love the vision of this ethereal, like whatever. And yes, it can be that because a queen, an empress, she commands and receives just by being. She knows that the gift that she's giving anybody at a table with her is her beauty, her energy, her essence. So just doing that, you don't need to bring a present to the party. You are the present. You are the gift. You don't need to, oh my God, I need to go get a wine. And then no, you did it. And this is why when I'm working with my clients and with love and dating, I'm like, please put your wallets away. Like, they're taking you out. You got asked out. This is not I'm meeting you halfway. Like, that's not, be in the power of your energy. And this has nothing to do with finances. It has to do with your wealth and your value. A woman owns her worth. A woman is in her value. And stepping into 2025, if you watched my energy report, I hate saying, I feel like everybody does these energy reports, but like really looking at the energy and the shift for men and women and the masculine and the feminine going into 2025, it's women coming back into their essence, to their energy, to their value, to their worth. But we have to stop apologizing for our taking up space. We have to stop actually blocking financial prosperity coming to us and blocking compliments and love and adoration, and instead embrace it. Why wouldn't you have all of these people want to help you, and you get to go and take time filling back up your cup, resourcing yourself so that you're the best version of you for everybody else, instead of being like, I got it. Like, there's no trophy that we get anymore for that. And I can tell you, I came from that generation. I came from and I come from an Italian culture where women do it all. Like, I mean, I literally grew up cleaning, cooking, putting the meal down, hurrying, eating, to then clear the plates, clean up afterwards, to then put dessert down, to then wait on people some more, and then clear all the plates. I was like, why? What is happening here? And I was like, I'm not, I don't want this. Like, this is not fun. This is not fun. This is exhausting. And I'm a very nurturing, I'm totally like, I love cooking, I love like doing, but not when it just feels like I can't even be present to the experience. So I'm sharing this with you because I grew up in that. And it's been a lot of me unlearning to allow me to step into my full feminine power, my full essence, where I am in my value and my worth. And a beautiful thing that happened for me around this as well is when you realize that your worth is not tied to your weight, and that your worth is not tied to the way that you look and all of these different things. And I know that people go, oh, well, that's easier because you're this size and you look like whatever. And I get it, because it's very similar when people are like, it's not about the money. I mean, I don't care. And you're looking at them and they're like, they have like $500 million and they're like, now I'm all about giving back. And you're like, and everyone always thinks, yeah, because you already got here. But what it is it's the journey that gets you there. And that's something that I can say as somebody that was at the height of disordered eating and really did not like myself at all. And I did the first 11 years of my business was just around helping women to love themselves and to heal their body and to heal their relationship with themselves and with food and their bodies so that they could release the weight naturally and never have to diet again. So I know that world. I'm an expert. I'm a fantastic at it. I've transformed thousands of lives. I'm very, very grateful. Bodies, all the things. And what I saw that was so much bigger than all of that is once you get to the space where you know you're so much more than this body, that it doesn't matter if you're up 10 pounds, down 10 pounds. It doesn't impact your joy or your happiness or the way you show up in the world, right? Your happiness is not contingent on that because you know you're so much more than this. And when you recognize the same thing around money or love or anything else, then your power is fully within you. And that's the invitation here. That's what I want you to know. I want you to come back into the invitation for me with you in 2025 and that I had to do in losing my mom, in having my entire framework for what I thought my family, and have to come home to an experience within myself where I had to go to the depths of what if I of that grief, of that deep loss, and then really coming out the other end. And it's been a journey. I mean, I could do a whole separate video on this because my mom had Alzheimer's and it's been a really long road. And as a person, that my highest value is relationships and family in this world. If you look at anything that I do, I'm like, if you have me in your corner, you're like set, because I'm like loyal, I'm there. I know that but I will say this, there was freedom and pain, and also saying, I'm going to choose to be in a space where I don't need anything from anybody. I don't need. And when I say that, there is liberation in that, because when you realize that you don't need, and that there's a lot of assumptions and expectations, especially energetically, that we place on loved ones, family, and friends that can feel stifling and strangling for them. And we don't even know it, but we're like, why aren't they calling me that? Why isn't this happening? Why isn't that? And then once you actually give yourself the gift of, yes, it doesn't mean you're getting walked on, and it doesn't mean that you don't have respect. Very different things. But when I said, I'm actually gonna love without conditions, I'm going to love the way that I love, and the way that I love is not going to be the way that you're going to love. And I know that the way that I love, it's like, it's top tier. It's like if we were shopping, it's like we're going full couture here. Like right? And expecting other people to be that way isn't fair, and settling that. And I say that to you because, again, it's not getting pushed over, and it's not allowing yourself to not have people show up for you. It's actually quite the opposite, because in the surrender and in the releasing and in the I've got everything I need and I'm fully supported in this life, and the people that truly value me are the people that show up for me and are here for me, and I can still love others and let them go. I don't need them to love me. I don't need them to be the daughter that I am, the sister that I am, the friend that I am, the wife that I am, the mother that I am, any of those things. I don't, because I'm living my own life experience and they're living theirs. Who am I to judge? I'm just perceiving through my own lens of my own triggers, my own desires, and my own fears. So once we give everybody that grace, well, then being in your feminine and tapping in intuitively to hear where you're being guided and where you're being led, it clears it all up. So all the gunk and all the clutter gets out of the way, because now you don't need anything from anybody for you to be happy. You don't need the scale or the mirror to look back at you and tell you. You don't need, oh my God, I must carry this type of bag and wear that in order. It's like you can come home to your truth. And for some of you, that's going to be really scary, because you might go, I have no freaking idea what my truth is then. So if I'm not trying to be the daughter that I was told I have to be, and I'm not trying to live by the cultural and societal norms, and if I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses in my entrepreneurial pursuits, and if I'm not trying to dress like this person because I'm supposed to, or have this much money, then who am I? And that's the greatest gift, because then you get to strip away all the shit. Excuse my French. It's not French, but I just say that. And you actually get to come into a space of what I call reinvention. And that's why I'm so committed to the concept of identity shifting and self-concept work, and really getting clear on who you get to be, because so many women in my community are in that pivotal transition. Like me, it's that they deem it the midlife crisis. Why would I ever want to call any time in my life a crisis? It's not. I actually get to see it as, okay, what's this next level evolution? I lived this portion of my life this way, which is awesome. And now what do I want? Now who do I want to be? Now if the past doesn't exist, and all I've got control over is this present moment, and I get to imagine my future, well, then the sky's the limit. What do I want? But I'm definitely, sure as hell, going to untether myself from all the stuff that held me back, from all the past regrets, from all the limitations, and that you need to be this way, and you should do that, and this person needs to respond to you this way, and they need to react to you this way. No one needs to do anything, just like you don't need to do anything. The only thing you need to do is love you unconditionally and make sure you're your top priority. The only thing that you need to do is make sure that you're honoring yourself. So the invitation in 2025 is, how can you be fully expressed? How can you ask for your needs met? How can you use your voice? And how can you live in alignment with what your soul is calling you to? Getting out of all the shoulds, the coulds, and what's been. That's reinvention. It's not about, I need to completely let the old me die. I was so bad. No, we're starting a new chapter. So we already read that book. That book's great. Done. Awesome. What's next? Because the sky's the limit, and the energy here is fierce. 2025, no one knows. There is magic and miracles all around. The skies have opened up, the energy. But as you can see, no one in the world actually knows what to expect. We're in unprecedented times. So now more than ever, if you're feeling the pull and the call, and if you're here, then that's you, then girl, come with me. Let's go on a reinvention journey. We are starting in February. I'm starting a 6-month container with a retreat live with me, group, everything. It's like everything I always wanted in a program. I've reinvented myself so many times. I've been a fashion designer in New York City for over 10 years. Then I went and won my very first fitness competition, went back to school for nutrition, became a master hypnotherapist, reprogrammed the subconscious mind, healed myself of cancer, became a world-renowned intuitive. I've done TED Talks, I have books, I have podcasts, I've done the whole thing. I reinvent myself. And I've mastered this. And I know I'm ready for my next up level. Are you? And if you are, let's do it together. Let me show you the exact framework that I've done, because when you have a framework, it takes all the chaos away and you move like this. And I would love to have you. And if that's you and you're feeling the call, then put Reinvention below and I'll share the link and we can have a talk and see if it's right for you. And if you're going, actually, Melissa, I just want to be in your energy, I want to be around these other like-minded women and in a different capacity, join Limitless Academy, because it's no joke. We've got it all. We do it all in there. We do. It is a full mindset, lifestyle, spiritual, upgraded program to elevate you to heights that you've never been, hence Limitless. So I will put that link below. I think it's already there, but I really want, regardless, and if not, then just subscribe. Come here, come hang out with me. I'm live every Wednesday at 11. I also just impromptu do lives. I am back in full effect. I had to take off time for my mom's funeral, and still very fresh, and she was my best friend. So to sell their house and all that stuff, so it's been a lot, but I've missed you guys and I'm really excited to be back. So on that note, so I don't start crying, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I will see you on Wednesday at 11. Please subscribe, like, share, all the things. And if you're up for Reinvention, we start next week. I would love to have you. And like I said, 6 months, and if not, Limitless Academy, month to month. If you like it, stay. If you don't, no worries, but it's epic. You would love it. All right, all my love. Bye, guys.